This is the Hey Ed YouTube channel, and I am your host, moderator, and all-around nice guy, Edward Anderson. So I'm not a financial advisor. Don't construe anything that I say in any of my videos as financial advice. Always do your own research before doing anything with your money. Okay, so here we go again. This is another important one, and I hope that you give this video a like and maybe even subscribe, and please give me your comments below. And today I'm going to be talking to you about how you should beware October 1st and why you should be getting your money out of your bank. Okay, maybe not all of it, but at least some of it. All right, so let's talk about why. All right, here we go. All right, let me start off by reading a couple quick letters for you. It is relevant, so I hope you bear with me here. And then I'm going to tell you a couple of quick stories to illustrate my point in this video. So let's take a quick look at these letters. Okay, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and so you can take a look at all of my past videos. And I also have a playlist here with all of my trading tricks videos on it. Okay, beware of October 1st. Let's take a look at the first letter. This isn't actually a letter. This was something that was posted in a window of a bank in Britain. This snapshot was given to me by a friend of mine who lives in Britain. And I want to read just a portion of it for you. You can read along on your own if you like. Looking to withdraw cash? Our primary aim is to keep our customers safe and secure, and our branches follow our processes carefully to achieve this. Boy, how nice of them. They're so concerned with your safety. This will include asking you questions about the purpose of your cash withdrawal. We may also ask for supporting documentation, such as an invoice. This helps us validate the withdrawal as genuine and protect you against fraud and scams. Please note that it is advisable to give 24 hours notice on large cash withdrawals. Again, bottom here, in some instances, we may choose to decline the cash withdrawal based on the information provided surrounding the transaction. Okay, so talk about putting a chill down your spine. Now, these kind of letters and notices are becoming more and more common. And after I read the second letter, I'm going to tell you a couple of stories from people that I know regarding the situation. And again, I got a point to all of this, so please hang out. So let's go and take a look at the second letter. Okay, and here we go. Okay, let's read the part that's circled here. We've added to the reasons we may close an account to include putting abusive messages in payment instructions. We've added a new condition that says if it's necessary due to economic circumstances that affect the banking industry, we may restrict the amount you can have in your accounts either by applying a limit or by imposing a charge. If we have to do this and it applies to your account, we'll write you with more information. Oh, geez, well, thank you very much. Now, this is from an actual letter that was sent out to a banking customer. All right, so now let me tell you two quick anecdotal stories that were given to me by, one is from a friend in Britain, and one was from a subscriber who emailed me their story. So my friend in Britain had gone to the bank to make a withdrawal, and he had actually alerted the bank a couple days ahead of time because it was a pretty big withdrawal. And they said, okay, fine, thank you for letting us know. He goes in, and they start by asking him, what are you going to do with this money? Now, it's interesting. I asked him to clarify whether that's what they exactly said. Were those the exact words? They didn't say, oh, well, I'm sorry that you're taking such a large amount of money out of the bank. Is there anything we can do to convince you to stay with us? Or may I ask what you're doing with your money? No, it's what are you doing with your money? Now, me being a smart guy, I would have given him a pretty flippant answer and probably I probably would have shut the whole thing down. He was very polite, and he told them what he was planning on doing with the money. And they concluded that they didn't think that was a good idea. They didn't think that what he was going to put his money into was a good investment. Okay, so for his own good, they're going to give him half of the money that he's asking for. And then maybe in another 2 months, they'll consider giving him the other half. Well, he was livid, and he gave them a piece of his mind and didn't work. So he had to play the game. And he still hasn't gone back for the second half of his money. See, you have to understand that banks do not consider the money you have in their bank as your money. And legally, it's not your money. Now, that's true whether you're in Britain or America, right? So legally, the money you have in the bank is not considered your money. Did you know that? You're just a creditor. That's it. So let me tell you a story now about an American bank. So this subscriber had gone to the bank to withdraw not that much money, about $5,000, relatively benign amount, right? But again, they asked him almost the same word, well, exactly the same words. What are you going to do with the money? And the person said, it's none of your business what I'm going to do with your money. That's kind of like what I would say, right? And they said, okay, well, we're going to need you to sign this form. And the person said, no, thank you. I'll just take my money. No, sir, if you don't sign this form, we can't give you the money. He said, I'll just take my money. Anyway, this went on for a while. Eventually, they gave him his money. But this kind of thing is happening a lot. Now, this guy said that when the manager stepped away, he had looked at the clerk and said, I can't believe you guys are making me go through this. And the teller kind of sheepishly whispered to him, yeah, it's happening a lot. A lot of people are taking their money out of the bank. All right. So why do I tell these stories? Listen, the banks are not your friends, and the banks are in serious financial trouble. And in the next financial crisis, you're not going to be able to get your money out of the bank. If you're having a hard time getting your money out of the bank now, when there isn't an apparent financial crisis, what do you think is going to happen when one does come? And it is coming. All right. There are a lot of reasons I've gone through in my other videos to explain this, but it's so important that you start reducing your exposure to the bank. Now, my recommendation has been for months now on my channel. I've got three main recommendations to people. First one is reduce your exposure to your bank. Second one, get some of that money into gold and silver. Fiat currencies are under attack. Fiat currencies are being destroyed through inflation. Right now in America, the current official inflation rate is 9%, but we know that it's actually around 20%, which means any fiat currencies you have, any dollar bills you have sitting in your bank account is a guaranteed loss. It's going down in value. Putting some of that money into gold and silver is a way of preserving your buying power. This is the only real money in the world. Your fiat currencies, that's just paper. That's made up stuff. It's not real. So you have to start being defensive. You have to start getting some of your money out of your bank just so you have it. And then you have to start converting some of that into gold and silver. And in the description below, I've got a link to a program that I use that I love that will help you with that. And you can also email me and I can fill you in. But look, whether you use my program or whether you do it on your own, just find a way to get some gold and silver. Okay, and my third recommendation is find streams of passive recurring income. You have to develop streams of passive recurring income. All right, so why did I use October 1st as the day that you have to beware? Well, the Vatican recently announced marching orders to have all of their assets that are scattered around the world in various banks around the world. Everything has to be consolidated inside of their own personal bank, inside the Vatican bank. They're telling everyone out there, all you guys out there who have our money, we want it back, okay? We want it in our own bank, okay? So why is that? Why the end of September? That's the deadline. The deadline is we want it all done by the end of September, all right? So do they know something that we don't? Okay, so whether they do or not, one of the reasons why October 1st is such a significant day for me is because there is a very close link between the European economy and the American economy. And the European economy right now is unraveling. The euro is just being decimated by the ruble. Okay, they're in serious trouble. Yesterday, there were big riots in Prague because of the upcoming energy restraints that are going to be imposed on them in the dead of winter. They're going to have rolling blackouts, and people are going to be freezing. People are already having a hard time finding food, and people are rioting against these policies that were implemented by the government. Okay, and then in Britain, a memo by the police was leaked out where they had sent out orders to all the fellow policemen in London to start preparing for expected riots in the street because of the policies implemented in Britain, namely rolling blackouts, power outages, lack of food, lack of water. Okay, so they're expecting riots, violent riots in London this fall. And I don't think it's going to take that. I don't think it's going to take until fall. I think it's going to start, imminently. Okay, so with Europe falling apart already economically, America is usually about 3 weeks behind. Okay, that's kind of the way it works. That's kind of the contagion. That's kind of what happens. So, right now we're in the early parts of September here as I record this video. So I'm thinking that right around the end of September, we're going to see that contagion hit the American shores. We have our own problem. It's already starting here too. Recession is going to run away. We are going to see hyperinflation. Now, people have been telling me for a while now that I'm a loon, but everything that I've been talking about on my channel have been coming true. And I hope you've been paying attention and taking my advice to prepare. Okay, now you got to prepare, get some food. You got to do the usual prepping stuff, right? But financially, you got to start making moves now. You got to reduce your exposure to your bank. Maybe not take all of it out. I keep some of the money in the bank, for paying immediate bills and stuff. Everything else, get out of your bank. All right. Now, remember, once you get that money up, you're still sitting on a fistful of a depreciating asset. So get some of that money and put it into these guys. Now, when you're moving money into gold and silver, you're not buying gold and silver. All right. All you're doing is moving your assets from a really bad one into a solid one. Again, this is the only money in the world. It's been around. This has been around for 5,000 years. Fiat currencies have a 100% failure rate. And among other reasons, Russia and the BRICS countries, they are organizing to take down the US dollar. And they're doing a good job. All right. Don't kid yourselves. For the first time in 50 years, the US dollar has actual competition out there as a world currency. And the value of a dollar is just going to continue to go down. So don't be like your neighbor who's just sitting on their hands and not doing anything. You need to be proactive, and you need to do it now, because when we hit that tipping point, it's going to be too late. You have to start doing it now. So again, get some money out of your bank, if not most of it, convert some of the money into gold and silver, and develop streams of passive recurring income. All right. And I can't help you with the first one, okay, getting your money out of your bank. But for the other two, getting some of your money into gold and silver and developing streams of passive recurring income, I can help you with those. If you check out some of my videos, I've got some programs that my group have been getting into and have been benefiting from it really well. One of them is an outfit called IX Global Debt Box, and that is a commodities-backed program, backed mostly by oil and natural gas. Okay, so we can benefit on this energy crisis that's going on. And the other one is 7K Metals, which is a way for you to get your money into gold and silver. And then the third program that my group is focusing on is Novatech. So please start preparing. My email is in the description below, and I'll be happy to talk you through these ideas. And also, I've got a whole YouTube channel here with videos on these programs. Please look for them. All right. So, but October 1st, okay, my guess is right around there, we're going to see some wheels coming off of the cart. All right. And you want to be prepared. You can't wait. Okay. You really cannot wait. I don't know what else I can do to stress the urgency of what's going on in the world right now. You have to do it. You have to do it now, because if you wait for that first bank to fail, it's going to be too late. They're going to lock the doors. You're not going to be able to get at your money. All right. Not only that, but the value of the money is going down every day anyway. You got to start doing things right now. Okay, so I hope I gave you some food for thought, if nothing else. And please give the video a like and maybe even share the video. And please, in the comment section below, could you share me your own stories that you have with your bank? Okay, so Edward Anderson signing out.
Copy that.